And of course, my camera cut out again, so I guess this is part two. I hate it when that happens because nobody ever watches the part two part. But whatever. My phone ran out of storage, so I just had to quickly delete some of my old podcasts off my phone. So anyway, I was really hoping I wasn't going to have to break this up into two videos because, of course, I don't know how to edit and all that shit yet. But I'll get there. So yeah, I'm just walking back through here, and yeah, I've definitely scared these fish off. And chances are they may have actually, because the weather has been really nice lately, there is a chance that these fish may have spawned already and headed back to the lake. So that's also a possibility. Because rainbow trout can spawn and then return back to the lake and then come back year after year and spawn multiple times in the span of their life. Whereas salmon unfortunately are not able to do that. Salmon can only spawn once. So a salmon will hatch, and the mortality rate on these fish when they spawn is very, very low. So a salmon might lay a few thousand eggs. Excuse me. And out of those few thousand eggs, I think maybe 2 to 3, 5 if they're really, really lucky. So out of a few thousand eggs, 2, 3, maybe 5 will actually make it back to the lake, feed, grow, become mature adult, and then make its way back up the river or the stream, same stream or river that it had hatched in, and then spawn, and then they die after they spawn. That is the circle of life for them. Like I said, whereas trout can spawn multiple times in their lifespan. And then the mortality rate for the rainbows is pretty much the same. Yeah, so they'll lay just as many eggs. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the trout will lay same thing, a few thousand eggs, and then 2 to 3, 5 if they're lucky, will come back and spawn again. So yeah, there is a chance that these fish may have already spawned and buggered off again. I don't know. If there was salmon, you would see dead ones laying in the bottom of the river. But anyway, there is some in here, and they've definitely been here. I know I keep saying that, but whatever. I don't really care. I'm having a good time. I'm really enjoying myself right now. I can't believe I've waited this long to come back here. 10 years. At least 10 years. And haven't even fished in, like I said, almost 20 years. I do have a funny story, though. I just thought of, I'm going to share with you. This is going back 20 years ago. Well, here's something really cool I didn't notice. Here is, I'm standing right in front, I'm going to show you, standing right in front of a tree that a woodpecker has completely beat the shit out of. This is really cool. Check this out. You can see where the woodpeckers just completely knock some big holes into this tree. Actually, that's one of the things, now that I've seen this, I do remember, is hearing there was, you'd be back here fishing and stuff, and there'd be a pile of woodpeckers. You'd hear them just banging away on the trees, and Here's some hard evidence of it right here. Don't want something to come flying out at me. That'd scare the shit out of me. But anyway, about 20 years ago, it was right after Easter. And myself and Derby Dave, and I forget who else is with us, but we decided to come down here fishing. And Dave had went to Walmart after Easter and got a good deal on the Cadbury's cream eggs. Dave's going to be pissing himself just listening to this because he knows exactly the story I'm talking about. So we came down here with a big backpack full of Cadbury's cream eggs and more backpacks full of beer. It's Budweiser, actually. And so we fished down here for hours. Yes, the first spawning bed that I came across, they're in it. They're back in their spawning bed. So I'm just gonna be super quiet here. I'm gonna try to get a better look here without spooking these fish. I can see them right now from back here. I'm far enough away that they don't know that I'm here, but I can see them. And there's two of them. There's two of them sitting there. Absolutely breathtaking. Beautiful. This is so cool. Anyway, I'm just gonna stand here and tell this story while I watch these fish doing their thing. So we had these Cadbury's cream eggs and we had this beer and we're just trudging up and down. We weren't even really, we were fishing, but it was more just an excuse to go and get drunk. So we ended up walking way upstream and we come across a spot that I knew. And we were just basically catching little chubs. And I was 3 sheets. We were all pretty much corked by this time, all filled up on Cadbury's cream eggs and Budweiser. And so I caught this little chub. I got looking at it. I was like, he'd probably fit right inside this beer bottle. So took him off the hook, and I kind of squeezed him down the neck. It was like, boom, down into the beer bottle, and I still had the beer still half full. You see this little fish just swimming around inside the beer bottle, and I caught another one. And it was like, boom, stuck him down the beer bottle. I think I got 2 or 3 of these little chub, and they're all swimming around inside the beer bottle for a few moments. My buddies are like, dude, I dare you to drink that. It's like, dude, don't ever dare me to do something like that. You know I'm gonna do it. So with these 2 or 3 chubs swimming around in this bottle of Budweiser, well, of course, you don't dare me to do something like that. I'm gonna do it. So I drank it. I tossed her back. But Dave will appreciate that story. Yeah, this is super cool. This is probably going to be an epic fail, but I'm going to try and get as close as I can to these fish without actually spooking them and maybe get some of it on film. I don't know. I'm going to try and go around this way so they can't hear me, and then kind of come in from the side. If you watched part 1, which obviously you did to find out about part 2, if you're watching this part 2, I really, really appreciate you sticking around and watching the other half. It sucks my phone ran out of storage. But yeah, there's 2 rainbow trout sitting right there. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know, I'm going to try and get a little closer. The water's so crystal clear right now. I'm going to turn the camera around, and hopefully you guys can maybe get a glimpse of these two rainbows spawning here. All right, here goes nothing. Doing Navy SEAL shit here, crawling on my hands and knees, trying to get a good picture. Trying to get a good, see, so you guys can see these fish. They're absolutely beautiful. Oh, I already spooked them, man. The water's so clear. That sucks. I don't know. Hopefully you guys caught some of that. Yeah, the water's so clear right now. Yeah, they buggered off into them logs. Oh well, such is life. I tried. It's just super cool. They're here though. Well, I'm gonna mosey on back up to the car and leave these fish be. Let them do their thing. Let them spawn, let them reproduce, so they can come back and do it all over again next year. And 3 to 5 years, their offspring can come and do the same thing. And I'm going to try and, I'm not going to try, I'm going to come back here again. And I can't believe I waited so long to come and do this. It's just so beautiful back here. There's another, not just the woodpeckers, but we'd be back here, and I never knew what it was for the longest time. It was weird sounds would come out of the bush, and I'm going to try and describe the sound of it the best I can. I know what it is now, but we'd be back here fishing, and we just hear this coming in out of the woods. Was like, well, what the hell is that? Obviously, most of you probably know, and if you don't, it's actually, I think they were pheasants. And I guess what they do is it's like a mating thing or something, I don't know, but they pound their wings on their breasts, which would make that whoop, 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 whoop. But anyway, we used to hear that back here all the time too. So, I'm gonna quickly get through this rubbish, back up to the car, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, because I really, really enjoyed that, and glad I came back here and did this. Try not to lose an eye. So hopefully this turns out all right. It's not too much like the Blair Witch Project. All right. All right, I'm back. Well, episode 5, Area 519 Talks. Thanks for watching.